Hello, this is Charlie Perez from Big Panda Performance. Today I wanted to talk about one-handed shooting. Now, sometimes we're faced with shooting in one hand, whether it's a stage or we have to hold something while we're shooting something else. It's good to practice that skill both with your strong hand and your weak hand. Now, I'm a right-handed shooter, so my right hand is going to be my strong hand. My left hand is going to be my weak hand. There are a couple of common things that are used regardless of which hand you're using. The first is we want to have our dominant side leg biased forward, meaning our shooting side forward. So in this case, I'm a right-handed shooter. If I'm pointing straight down range, I want to bias my right leg forward and my left foot back, and I want to put about an 80%, 20% weight distribution between these legs. Okay. The second important thing is I want to keep my offhand pressed up against my chest. That keeps it from wabbling around as I shoot. Okay. Now, the most common, I have an empty gun here. The most common method for people shooting one-handed is that they cant the gun into their eye, so to say. They say it's easier to see the sights if I cant the gun. The challenge with that is that when we transition, I'll do a couple transitions here. If our gun is canted and the gun fires, it's going to transition that direction. It's going to move, it's going to recoil in that direction, and we have to fight this every time to get it back on the target. Now, to avoid that, the best manner to do that is to point our elbow straight down. So if our elbow is pointed straight down, that gets the gun straight up and down, and the gun will recoil straight up and down. That's important if we have to transition either left or right after the shot fires. It makes it kind of like transition agnostic. The second most important thing here that I like to do is I like to move my thumb below the safety. Now, if we move our thumb below the safety, it gives me a lot more grip strength on the gun, okay? Now, kind of think of it as I want to grab a pop can. We get our thumb involved and we can grab really hard. If my thumb is pointing down, it's going to have, or pushing down on the safety, it has an odd pressure on that side of the gun, and it's going to cause it to muzzle flip in that direction as well. Okay, so I want the gun to muzzle flip straight up and down every time it shoots, and keeping my elbow down, keeping my thumb below the safety, achieves both of those goals. Let's fire a couple shots and see what that looks like. So bias forward, 80-20. My offhand's up against my chest, my elbow is pointed down, my thumb is pointed down. Here we go. Makes one-handed shooting your strength by using these tips. Good luck, be safe, and have fun. Example 1, canted gun, thumb on top of safety. Example 2, gun straight up and down, thumb on top of safety. Example 3, gun straight up and down, thumb below safety.